Hello viewers, welcome to my video. In this video, I would like to compare commonly used business structure for setting up a new business. No business can succeed in any great degree without being properly structured. Whether you are a first-time entrepreneur or a seasoned business owner, selecting the right structure for your business can be challenging. There are multiple options, all with the different pros and cons are available. When you start a small business, you have many decisions to make. One of the most important one is which organization form to take. Hello, I am VRAJESH and in this video I will discuss a case of one of my clients, Mr. Milan Shetty, who needs some advice to set up his first ever Indian restaurant business. My client, Mr. Milan Shetty, is new to the world of business. However, his passion for food has led him to start his own new business. Wow, isn't this great business model? But here to start the series of doubts. First thing that needs to be closed is which structure is best for the business model. Truly speaking, there are a number of different criteria to be considered before starting a business and each one has its own merits. There are different options available and we can have a brief look at them before deciding what is the right for Milan Shetty. The easy setup cost, the personal liability, whether you have a partner or investor in the business, the administrative cost of setting up and maintaining your business structure. Let's talk about the difference between partner and partnership. We have all likely heard the word partner tossed around the various contexts. In the small business space, a business partner refers to a person who is either committed with you to do a business venture or operating a business with you as a partnership. The difference is important. Let's talk about the partnership structure. A partnership is where two or more individuals, corporate, or other entities agree to carry on a business together with a view to profit. All partners in the partnership must have the same goal. So far as the third parties are concerned, each partner is equally responsible for the decision made by the other partners or partners on behalf of the business. All the partners in a partnership are treated equally from a legal point of view. If there is a no written agreement, all partners will share in the profit equally, are liable to the cover losses equally, and are equally responsible for the activities and the trading of the business. Let's talk about the law regarding partnership. The Partnership Act defines the right and obligation of equal partners. The Act sets out the right and obligation of all parties. When there is a formal agreement, partners may decide upon the distribution of capital and profits, regardless of whether to run the business using personal name or a registered business name. The owner will need to obtain a Australian business number ABN. Ultimately, a partnership can be remarkably cheap to set up as well. So, what are the advantages of partnership? Let's talk about. A partnership structure does have several advantages, including low setup costs and minimal ongoing costs. Unlikely a company structure, you are not subject to director duties but owe a fiduciary duties to one of your other partners. It's important that you have a partners agreement in a place that sets out the terms of the relationship and how the partners will operate. So let's talk about the disadvantage of partnership. All partners together are personally responsible for the business debt. Each partner is individually liable for the debt incurred by the partners. This is known as the being jointly and severally liable. Partners cannot transfer their ownership to someone outside the partnership unless to the other partner agree. Uh, Personal difference may interfere with the business. So let's talk about the company structure. A company exists as a legal entity separate from its owner and those who manage the affairs of the company. This means that the shareholders and directors are generally not liable for the debt of the company. The Australian Securities and Investment Commission is the regulatory body governing the companies in Australia and administrating the Corporation Act. ASIC is also responsible of maintaining an information database of containing details of all companies in Australia. Let's talk about the comparison of company structure and a partnership structure. So let's talk about company first. The corporation and the partnership differ in their structures, with the corporation being more complex and including more people in the decision making process. A corporation is an independent legal entity owned by shareholders in which the shareholders decide on how the company is run and who manages it. A partnership is a business in which two or more individuals share ownership. Startup costs. Corporations are more expensive and complicated to form than partnership. Forming a corporation includes lots of administrative fees. Corporations often hire lawyers for help with the process. Partnerships are less costly and simpler to form. Partners must register the business with the state and obtain local or state business license and permits. Let's talk about the liability in terms of company structure and partner structure. In partnership, the general partners are held liable for company debt, and legal responsible general partners assets may be taken pay company debt. Partnership often include partnership agreement, starting exactly what percentage of the company each general partner is responsible for, and the percentage can vary from partner to partner. Corporations, on the other hand, do not found individual liable for the company's debt or legal obligation. So here we discuss various pros and cons considering the expectation and the risk about it for Mr. Milan Shetty, his partners, based on which we recommend Mr. Milan Shetty to go for a partnership model for the Indian business. I would like to add here that there is no single rule book to follow based on the business you choose. It purely depends on the individual expectation and convenience of a business. In this case, we educate the client about various business models and try to deep dive discussing various scenario forcing and how he wants to handle them. Thanks for watching my video.